Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, I will be going to continue the report of Chapter 2, which is entitled Authentic Assessment and Assessment of Process and Product. So, this time, I will be discussing to you the steps of performance assessment of process and product. I have only 5 steps here, so please bear with me because later on, I will let you think of something that applies to what you have learned on these steps. But before that, I want to give to you the meaning of what is performance assessment of process and product. When we say performance assessment of process and product, it refers to the on-the-spot evaluation performance behavior of the student to determine his interest and willingness to perform the task. So this assessment aims to know what processes a person undergoes when given a task. It evaluates or it able to know the response of a person, whether it is negative or positive, to a given task. Like for example, when we are in our elementary days, our teacher, especially in our MAPE teacher, let us showcase our talent in front of the class. So some of us sing, some of us dance, or some of us draw. So you can see some of them has that willingness to do a given task and some are not. Okay, so let's now go to process. When we say process, it involves series of steps to be followed in performing or doing a task. When we say process, it has a step-by-step flow. In every product we made, there should be a process to be followed. For instance, we want to make a homemade soap. So, we cannot make a homemade soap if there has no process to be followed. So, it comprises the tools, equipment, and ingredients on what or how to prepare that soap. Then now, let's go to product. When we say product, it is the output in performing the task which is usually a tangible one. So product, it is now the output of our process. So when there is a process, there is a product. When there is a product, there is a process. So usually a tangible one. When we say tangible one, it pertains to a sense of, or it perceives by the sense of touch. We will come up to a product that usually can be touched. Okay, so I hope you understand that, guys. Then now let's go to steps of performance assessment of process and product. Number 1 step, identify the performance, process, and product. In identifying performance, process, and product, select a project to create a product that responds to the socio-economic development of the students and particularly in our community. So it responds to the socio-economic that helps students. So it can benefit students. It can also benefit the consumers or the people in your community. Okay, now, like for example, the example given in the book is the instant salabat. The product is instant salabat and this is good for the health of people because ginger is medicinal and we all know that ginger is the major ingredient for salabat. Then the process to follow in preparing instant salabat step by step needs thorough preparation, starting from washing the ginger, pounding, extracting the juice, up to bringing it to a boil until granules of salabat are formed. So, the first step, the first flow until to the last flow should be followed. Not skip to skip, but it should be followed. So that we will come up to a better product. Next step is choose the center of assessment. What is our center of assessment? Our product is the center of assessment. The instant salabat is the product of assessment. instant salabat is the product to be evaluated as to its acceptability, salability, and profitability. In acceptability, there are panelists to taste the flavor of our product, the salabat, to taste it if it is okay to them or not, so they will be going to evaluate it. And then as to salability and profitability, students will need to or will perform dry run with the supervision, of course, by the teachers to sell it to consumers so that we can see our income, and by that we can easily determine. And then in terms of medicinal content, we can seek help of a professional in the field like a nutritionist to evaluate the nutrition content of the product, and after that, after the nutrition has been evaluated, it should be placed in the nutrition pack so that consumers will see it. And then let's go now to number 3. Let's go now to number 3. The number 3 step is to choose the appropriate degree of realism. So to realize the sustainability of the product and respond to the socio-economic development of the students and the people of the community, are encouraged to plant ginger in school and at home. So we all know that the major ingredient for instant salabat, as what I have mentioned earlier, is ginger. So to realize the sustainability of instant salabat and respond to the socio-economic development of the students and community in particular, and to the country in general, the students and rural folks are encouraged to plant ginger in school and at home. So we can now link to our community by proposing our product and project to our barangay officials or barangay councilors to help us disseminate the information to the people to plant ginger. So a cooperative is organized in the community to plant ginger and process ginger into instant salabat. So the moment we propose our project outside the school, our barangay or organization, we are now linked to community, and we are now linked in a community. And since one of the 7 domains in the previous lesson is community linkages, so we are in with that. So community linkages. Then we are in urban areas. Since we are in urban areas, we do not just like on the rural areas that they have so many idle lands to plant ginger. So where can we plant our ginger? So we can do it by pots. So we can plant ginger in the pots in our homes. And then technology transfer of instant salabat demonstration in different barangays must be done by students with the supervision of teachers during their extension services. So in turn, the end use must apply the technology demonstrated in them so that they can put up small and medium enterprises in their locality. So by that, it can contribute to the livelihood of the people in a certain community as well as to the students. Then number 4 step. Number 4 step is to choose the performance situation. So we have paper and pencil test. So example of this is multiple choice. Okay, so when we say multiple choice, the students choose the correct answer among the opinions prepared by the teacher. So we all know that the multiple choice have its options. Okay, so I know all of us here undergo multiple choice during our exams or quizzes. Then let's go now to identification. Identification is the students analyze and identify the correct answer of the statement or parts of a drawing. It can be formed in a sentence, so identify it, or it can be you draw parts of a fish. You draw a fish and then you number that. For elementary students, you number that, and then the students will able to identify what is that part. And then let's go now to structured performance test. This test makes use of structured responses which are commonly used in classroom testing for natural science subjects. So, examples of structured performance test is dramatic performances. Dramatic performances. It is one of a kind of collaborative activities that can be used as performance-based assessment. So students can create or provide a critical response. Example of this may include dance, recital, or dramatic enactment. So now, let's go to simulated performance. This is letter D. This attempts to imitate the performance of a task in real situation. Example, we are literature. Example, in our literature, we all know that one of the genre of literature is fiction. So we tell a story of fiction in the students, and then how can a children evaluated that certain kind of literature by putting themselves in that story. So it is become reality to them, so they can easily evaluate it. So they say that this performance is one of the benefit of this performance unlocks the potential of the students because they put themselves into reality in a certain performance or say certain story to be evaluated. Then next is work sample. An advanced student in the class is asked to perform the actual task, and the product serves as sample and model to other students. So we can model a certain student or a skilled student. Like when I was in my fishery course, I have a student who has this ability that can debone a milkfish from 10 to 15 seconds. So he modeled in front of us, and then after he modeled it, then we also perform. Then that was the performance situation. And now let's go now to the last step, which is to choose the appropriate statistical tool. The fifth step of performance assessment of process and product is to choose the appropriate statistical tool to arrive at valid results and interpretation. When we say statistical, it informs mathematical equation or formula to come up to a valid results and interpretation. So just like in our studies, we have methodology, so we can come up to formulas and mathematical equation. So for instance, we wanted to make a utilization of milkfish bones into polvoron. So the research problems are as follows. What is the general acceptability of polvoron with and without milkfish bones? And then number 2, is there a significant difference on the general acceptability of the quality attributes of polvoron with and without milkfish bones? We will explain to you further next meeting the formula or the statistical used in this problem. So this is all my report this afternoon. I hope guys you gained understanding, and then God bless everyone. Bye.